Brewood. It means the wood on the hill. Nowadays we could say the village on the hill, but it's still the village in the wood. Not a village where time stands still, but yet an ancient village. A living village full of bustle and vitality, but still with that feeling that the past is all around us. It's in the buildings and in the people. Here are some Giffords. They came over with William of Normandy. This group died 600 years later, and 400 years on the family's still with us, active in village life, contributing. It isn't that the world passed us by. The railways aren't far away. The main roads are close, but the Romans didn't drive Watling Street through High Green. It's just a mile away. Thomas Telford did us proud. The Shropshire Union Canal wraps itself round the village. He sliced through part of the hill and left us with a most beautiful stretch of almost hidden, deep, tree-lined cutting close into the village, but secret. Look over the bridge by the Catholic church and the pub. The navigation is busy. It's a highway. But where it was working coal carriers, it's now canal enthusiasts, by the hundred. This must be one of the most used stretches of scenic waterway around. Our boatyard and our pubs offer a friendly mooring to tourists, and the villagers use it for what it is. Beautiful. Walking, cycling or fishing, or just watching. The Catholic Church of St. Mary is right by the canal too, with its school and its priest's house, all designed by Pugin. When he finished here, he went on to the interior design of the Houses of Parliament. His church is busy. All our three churches enjoy a level of support unusual these days. The Methodist Church cosily tucks itself away in the village centre, but it contributes enthusiastically to the village. The Church of St. Mary and St. Chad has been with us a long, long time, 700 to 800 years for certain. And for all that time it's been a centre of village life. It's still busy, still having a say in what goes on. The Gifford tombs are here. Their house was built in 1178, just up the road. It's up there in the trees. From the church you can see how Brewood got its name. But it's the village in the wood now. Every road into Brewood seems to pass through a shaded avenue of trees, just as you enter the village. Yet the forest ceased to exist legally in 1204. For 800 years the villagers have kept the characteristics they most valued. They kept the old houses, not as relics but as houses to be lived in, enjoyed for a lifetime, and then passed on to the next generation of Brewood folk. And so it went on. Nowadays we can help. The mansions had an English Heritage Grant. It could have collapsed. This modest, strategically placed townhouse had a lottery grant. We owe a huge debt to all the Brewood folk who kept it all together, year after year. Dominating a corner of the village square is Speedwell Castle, an extraordinary confection of a building going back to around 1750. The story of the proceeds of a race won by a horse called Speedwell, and a promise to build a castle with the winnings, has never been disproved. So it isn't a castle, but we love it, and the story. Brewood's been blessed over its years of expansion. In the last 50 years, new development has arrived. with sensitivity, with care, to blend new properties with the existing fabric. This small development takes its roof pitch and its outlines from the cottages beyond. Just up the street is another property, this White House. Not old, but built to stay in character. And just behind it, a small estate of executive houses. Unobtrusive. This new house won an award. All in all, Brewood blends old and new rather well. Turn a corner and there's another gem, or a quiet corner to relax. So what about the people? This place buzzes with activity much of the time. We have 4 schools and lots of children. This school's deceptive. Founded by Edward VI, it turned down Samuel Johnson for a job in 1736 and turned out William Huskisson, the famous one who had a doubtful honour, killed by a train in 1830. Some children came into the village from roundabout villages and farms. Have you noticed the lack of litter? That's partly down to the children. They run regular patrols to back up the official people. They're only following their elders, who volunteer to keep the public areas in trim too. 1/3 of our adults are members of the civic society, folk who care about Brewood, and 54 clubs and societies. Drama, 2 groups, chess, scouts, mothers' union, bell ringers. It's a network of activity. Nurseries, creches, youth clubs. There are 200 members. Choirs, dancing, over 50s club, all here. Our 5 pubs are village pubs. Atmosphere, real beer, not theme pubs. Locals, regulars, tourists, canal visitors. Part of the village since who knows when. Restaurants kept busy by villagers and visitors alike. Shops in Brewood thrive. In fact, they cater so well for local needs that it's quite outstanding. Bakers, florists of course, and antiques.
That's Grandpa 1900.
And bikes and beauty and photography. Village shops and businesses to cater for village folk. And look at the flowers everywhere. The surgery with the Derby and Joan Club next door. And a thoughtful resting spot on the way back up the hill. Stands the church clock at 10 to 3, and is there honey still for tea? Maybe so. But this is a big and successful cricket club with a fine youth policy. Next door, it's football. Just one of our teams. The juniors have 10 teams. 10 teams involve a lot of adults too, those who aren't playing. Anyone for tennis? This play area was funded by a group of local mothers, helped by the parish council. Gardens and hanging baskets everywhere are a riot of colour through the summer. Every old property with space has a basket, and the newer properties compete. Shops, pubs, houses, even the fire station and the library colour at every turn. The parish council office with its Boscobel oak seedling. The old are always with us, true in Brewood because we want them here, in the village and part of everyday life. The canal walks are popular, of course, and the village centre is flat and compact. We have bungalows with gardens for the active and maisonettes and sheltered housing for the folk who need more care. New housing from starter homes to these mid-range homes are still being built. Newcomers will soon be part of village life. They'll enjoy the life of the village in the evenings. The Jubilee Hall springs to life with dancing, drama, or even bingo. The pubs are warm and friendly. The restaurants busy. A traditional village scene, a living village. And tomorrow, well, it could be the Brewood Wake. That's an event which involves the whole village. Ask at the local police station. It's new and it's manned by volunteers.
From the ladies of Beggars Out Club, the first dance, which will go at a fair clip because of the weather.
Brewood Rock, have we got heavy from Rock? Sponsored by the dentist.
There has to be something rather special about a village where half of the folk will turn out at 11 on a September morning in these conditions.